What's up, guys? Kyle Settles back with you. Hey, video number 2, right? Yesterday, we talked about the paradigm. We talked about your belief system. We talked about setting your ego aside, right? Because this may be new information for you, new ideas. But listen, it will change your life if you examine what I am saying. Don't reject. Move your ego, okay? Today, I want to talk more about the mind, right? And what it actually looks like, so to speak, or what images you can image when you think of the mind and physical faculties versus spiritual faculties. Listen, guys, I want you to imagine a circle, okay? And then I want you to cut that circle in half. On top of the circle, you have the conscious mind. On the bottom, you have the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind runs about 5% of your day, okay? So your conscious mind is your thinking mind, your learning mind. So right now, you are plugged into me. You're learning, you're listening. Okay. You have the choice to either accept what I'm saying, neglect what I'm saying, or reject, right? Or you can examine, take what I'm saying, examine it, look through different lenses, try to understand what I'm saying, try to look outside of your own belief system. Okay. You were born with perception. We have to understand how to use it. But most people would rather be right than have understanding, or would rather ignore the truth than learn something new. Okay. So listen, 5% of the conscious mind, right? You're controlling. You are either accepting, neglecting, or rejecting. Okay. Learning mind. Okay. Now listen, anything that you let into the conscious mind, right? Over and over through repetition, right? You start to build an idea in the conscious mind. Okay, you start to build what we call an idea, a belief. Okay, now let's talk about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, okay, you can call it the paradigm, the belief system. I like to call it thermostat. You can call it the heart. It's the most important piece. It's where all of our habits come from, right? And a habit is, remember, something that you are doing without having to think about it. Your body knows it better than you do. So all of our habitual thinking, all of our habitual habits come from the subconscious, okay? Now, our subconscious mind is our emotional mind, okay? It controls the vibrations that we are at, right? We are nothing but energy, frequency, and vibration, okay? Now, if we have a bunch of negative ideas in the subconscious mind, we're always feeling down, right? We're always feeling sick. You know those people. It may be you. Your vibrations are low. But if we have good ideas in our subconscious mind, right, we're vibrating at a higher frequency, right? We're excited about life, okay? So we start to take the right action, right? And then we can change the results, okay? So subconscious mind, paradigm, right? It runs 95% of your day-to-day, your life, your habitual behavior, your habitual thinking, everything that you're doing, okay? You have to understand this. It's your emotional mind. It only accepts, guys, it only accepts everything that the conscious mind lets in. Okay. So whatever you let in on a daily basis, consistency through reps, right? That idea that is formed in the conscious mind eventually goes into the subconscious mind and becomes a part of your behavior, your habits, where you're doing things without having to think about it. And let me give you a simple analogy. Right? Think about your car. Think about you driving when you first started, 16 years old. You didn't know what to do. You had to turn it on, you had to drive, you had to look left, right, you had a stop sign, you had your parents like next to you, like watching you and scared to death. Like, imagine that. Now think about you driving now. Now you can drive the car, look left, look right, be on the telephone, text, be getting a Starbucks, going through a fast food line, two dogs in the back, and your child sitting next to you. And you still get home. No problem at all. Guys, that is subconscious behavior. You are programmed. You are simply programmed to get home. You've done that route so many times. You've felt the steering wheel so many times. But again, think about the now versus when you started. Okay? That is the difference. Okay? Now I want you to imagine, real quick, imagine you just saw a car, right? Use your imagination. You just saw a vehicle for the very first time. You know that someone told you that this vehicle can get you from point A to point B. You want to go to a destination. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Now imagine you get in the car, but you don't know how to turn the car on and you don't know how to use the gear shifter. You're not going to get that car anywhere, correct? You don't even know how to turn it on. Or if you did know how to turn it on, you don't know how to use the gear shifter. You don't know how to use it. Listen, your body is the car, the vessel, the instrument of the mind. The ignition and the gear shifter is the mind in the analogy, okay? If you don't know how to use your mind, understand your mind, how to change your belief system, your paradigm, we're never going to be able to move your body to a different result. It will be Groundhog Day over and over. Guys, wake up. You have to see this routine, okay? So conscious, subconscious. Okay, now let's talk about our physical versus our higher faculties. We have physical faculties. I can hear, I can see, I can smell, I can taste, I can touch. Okay, and so can my dogs and so can my cats, right? Horses, pigs as well. The only thing that separates us from the animal kingdom, guys, you have to understand this, is your higher faculties, okay? You have the ability to reason, right? Reason. Inductive versus deductive reasoning, right? Inductive. You can create the circumstances that you want. You can create anything that you want. Anything that you see in your mind, you can hold in your hand. Think about how a chair was made, right? Cars, anything that you see was man-made. You have the ability to create, use your mind. Deductive reasoning, you're conforming to your environment, right? You're consuming versus creating, okay? You also have your second faculty, the will to do something, the focus to do something, okay? The passion, okay? What else do you have? You have intuition, your gut. You know that gut feeling that we have? We were born with intuition. And all that is your body picking up vibrations from other people and other things. Okay. Have you ever been in a room and felt someone staring at you? Right. And then you look over and they're staring at you. You're picking up frequency. You're picking up vibrations. You may not know this, but you have to listen to your gut feeling. Okay. You're intuitive to these type of things and they can change your life if you understand how to use them. Okay, next, perception. We were talking about perception. You have the ability to change your lenses, look through a different light, right? See the good in something versus just seeing the bad. Turn something ugly into something pretty, right? You have the ability to change anything with just shifting the way you're looking at something is so powerful, right? So powerful. Then you have memory, right? You can remember all the practice that you've had, all the lessons that you've learned so that moving forward, you don't do them again. Most people are just remembering the bad and then bringing the bad with them to the future. You can't do that. Okay, you have imagination. Imagination, you can dream. Your highest faculty is your imagination. Anything you can see in your mind, you can see in your hand. Okay, you have the ability to create and manifest the life that you want. Okay, we are just not taught these things and we are just not practicing these things. And you only get good at what you practice, repetition. Okay, so you have the reason, you have will, you have intuition, you have memory, you have imagination, and you have perception. Guys, those are your 6 higher faculties that separate you from the animal kingdom, that make you the highest form of creation on earth, okay? And we have to start to understand this, right? We have to understand how to use them, okay? Start producing the life that you want versus consuming, right? There's so much distraction and trivia all around us, and we flick from Netflix to YouTube to Instagram to TikTok. Next thing you know, we're baking a cake and we're consuming all this content. We're not living life, right? Or we're going to a 9 to 5 and then consuming. We're in this trap, okay? This is why we have to wake up. You get one shot, okay? You get one shot to live this life, okay? At least in this body, okay? Okay, your experience here on planet Earth is nothing but experience and lessons, experience and lessons, experience and lessons. But we have to educate ourselves, okay? The most important skill that you have that you have to practice is the ability to think. And we have to understand our mind so that we can actually start to think. Okay, check this. A philosopher back in the 1930s said one time, listen to this, 2% of people actually think, actually understand how to use their higher faculties and think and create. 3% of the people think they think. Okay, you know those people, the people that think they're thinking, maybe those people that want to be right, the people that think they know it all, the thinkers that think they're thinking. 95% of people understand this, guys. Don't be this. 95% of people would rather die than think. Okay? Okay, don't fall into that category. Okay? So hopefully you're learning something. Hopefully you're writing this down. Re-listen to the video over and over and over, guys. Okay, you have physical faculties, you have spiritual faculties or higher faculties. Most people are living with the same faculties as their animals. Okay, we have to stop doing that. Okay, you have the conscious mind, you have the subconscious mind. Remember a circle, cut it in half. 5% is conscious mind, thinking, learning mind. 95% is your subconscious mind, right? The heart of the mind. Okay, any idea that is formed in the conscious mind automatically is going into the subconscious mind, and it becomes your habitual behavior, your habitual habits, the things that you're doing and thinking without even having to think about it. Okay, that's why we get up at a certain time each morning, we go through our same routines. The next thing you know, we land at work and we're like, oh my gosh, right? And the day goes by like that, right? Because we're, again, programmed. We have to reprogram ourselves in order to change the result and get to a new level. But it starts with first, what is the result? Or I'm sorry, what is the goal? What is the ideal, right? What is that thing that sets you on fire? What is your burning, right? What do you have passion for, right? What do you want to do in life? A lot of people don't know this. And when they do start to dream, and then when they do start to think about what they want, they have their peers, their circle of friends, their family, people that don't understand, people that will hate on you, haters, right? You have people that will not understand what you want to do in life. They want you to conform to them, okay? And that's where sometimes you got to get rid of people, right? It's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't care about them. It's just, it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to do the things in life that you want to do, right? If we're gonna live life on somebody else's term and base our life and everything we do on the circumstances that are current, and we're gonna play victim to that and put excuses in front of everything, then you'll never move the result. Okay, so understand everything I've said in this video. I'm gonna cut this video off because it's getting long. Okay, on the next video, I want to talk about how we can start to shift the paradigm, how we can start to change. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. It's going to take work, right? But if you have that desire or that want or that ideal, you will do anything and everything to make it happen. But first, this is why we're talking about what we're talking about. We have to understand what we're working with, okay? I love you guys. We'll see you guys on the next video, okay?